is up, guys? It's LogicLookss, and today, boys, I'm going to be showing you guys how I made over 1.7 million MT in the past month just by sniping. We're going to get right into the video. We got a ton of snipes to go over, some things that you guys have not seen before. Let's just jump right into it. Without further ado, man, let's go. So boys, we're actually going to start doing these type of videos probably once a month, just going over my best snipes from the past month, how much MT I've made, what type of, filters I've been using over the past month, and all that into one video. So like I said, man, we are going to start with today and the past 3 weeks that I've actually sniped. I haven't sniped for more than a month because I really didn't get anything in the first week. So we're pretty much going to start from the past 3 weeks and what I've ended up getting. Now, before we get into what I ended up actually sniping, we do have to sadly get into some misses. Now, obviously, if you snipe, you know you're not going to be able to get every single snipe that pops up. And let's just say I have missed some pretty big snipes. I'm only going to include a couple of them that are actually, worth mentioning here. I'm gonna throw them up on the screen. You guys are gonna see either the clip or the screenshot of what I've missed. But I know I missed a LeBron, which was very, very, very tough. I missed a Zion, I missed a Luka, and then unfortunately I missed a Kevin Durant literally just today when I'm recording this video. So that is very, very unfortunate. Those are some of the bigger misses that I actually had in the past month or so. I mean, I had to include them in here because, hey, I don't get every snipe. I'm pretty sure nobody on this planet can get every snipe. It is literally impossible. There's just too many people on the filter sometimes. Sometimes you're on your phone like me. I just have a bad habit of doing that, to be honest. I'm on my phone while, sniping, and sometimes I can't get to the controller in time and the snipe is already gone. So you know what? It is what it is. Those are the misses. But the good thing is we got a ton, and I mean a ton of snipes to go over. So let's jump right into that right now. I'm excited to show you guys. Let's go. Boys, we're jumping back in time about 3 weeks, and this was actually the very first snipe I actually ended up getting this past month, and it was actually on a budget filter. Ended up getting it for a video. I got a Manu Ginobili for, I believe it was 33,000 MT. You guys are gonna see the clips on the screen as I talk about them, but Manu for 33k, ended up selling him for 65k. Again, something that's kind of budget friendly, a budget filter. Budget filters are not that bad at all. You can still use them. You can still make a ton of MT off them, especially on Fridays when the new packs just come out, or Tuesdays when the new packs come out. You guys can make a ton of MT on those budget filters, so don't sleep on those. But definitely a good way to kind of get us started with an easy Galaxy Opal. I think that's literally the only Opal on this list that I'm going to show you guys in today's video. I just wanted to get us started with something simple. But the next snipe, and one of my first Dark Matter snipes, not my first, but one of my first Dark Matter snipes, I ended up getting myself a Patrick Ewing for 100,000 MT, and I believe I sold him for 180,000 MT. He's really not the most expensive Dark Matter. He fluctuates in price all the time, especially on PlayStation. I mean, I've noticed him go for upwards of like 200k sometimes, and then sometimes he'll end for like 130. So definitely a weird price with that card. But I got 180 for it. Not bad. 80k profit right there. Then, of course, the next snipe, this was actually for our video that I actually did where I said I was gonna not end the video until I sniped a Dark Matter. I ended up getting a Dark Matter Patrick Ewing for 60k in that video right off the start, and I'm gonna be honest, I kind of made a mistake with this one because I looked at his price at the time and he was only like 120. I probably should have waited a few days because it was a new season, but I ended up listing him up for 100k, which was literally a snipe. I threw up a snipe by accident. I mean, the card the next day was going for like 170k, so definitely tough, but it is what it is. Patrick Ewing, 60k, still a snipe, still had to be included in the videos. That's how we're gonna start things off with 2 Patricks. Now, boys, I will talk about all the filters I used at the end of the video, so stay tuned till the very end to find out what I was using for each snipe. If you guys need filters at the end of the video, stay tuned. It'll be a quick recap at the end. But the next snipe we ended up getting was actually the snipe that I ended up putting in my video where it was, this video ends when I snipe a Dark Matter. And finally, after literally like 4 days of sniping on the Dark Matter filters, I ended up getting a huge snipe right here. I'm going to show you guys on the screen right now. Some of you guys already saw the video, but I had to put it in here because it was probably one of my best snipes this month. I did end up getting myself a Paul George for 100,000 MT. Now, I would have kept this card, and I probably should have because every time I sell a card for profit, I end up spending the profit on packs, but ended up selling it, and I actually ended up getting 600,000. I think it was like 608,000 MT for him. I'll throw up the sell price on the screen. You guys will be able to see it. I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect to get that much. I don't know if you had like an added badge or contract or something, but definitely got a lot of MT for that Paul George. Definitely one of my best snipes this month, if not my best snipe. So a huge W right there. Then, of course, another Dark Matter. This was actually on the Dark Matter cheapest filter. Ended up getting a nice little Glenn Rice for 40k. So could have sold him for 79k or 80k. That's what he was going for at the time, but I decided to keep him in my collection. I mean, 40k for a Dark Matter, you can't go wrong. And sometimes when I get snipes like that for the cheaper side of things, on the cheaper side of things I should say, I usually just toss them in my collection, keep them. They might come in handy. They might even rise in price in the future, so why not? Now boys, the next 3 snipes I actually ended up getting, I did this all in one night. I believe it was within like a 1 or 2 hour span of actually sniping on this filter. Now it was on the dark matter zero gravity filter, and I ended up getting 3 snipes on this filter in about 1 to 2 hours. So I was definitely very lucky. The filters usually aren't this hot, but I definitely got very, lucky with this one right here. I ended up getting myself, to start things off, a Blake Griffin for 100,000 MT. You guys are going to see the clips on the screen. Like I said, 100k for Blake though, not bad at all. I listed him up. I think he actually ended at like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning. So it's kind of very late at night when I was actually sniping on this filter. Only ended up getting 220k for him. This was, I believe, like a week ago. So, I mean, not too bad. 220k for Blake Griffin, around 120,000 MT profit. Cannot go wrong with that at all. Then, of course, the next snipe I ended up getting was a Zach LaVine. Now, I ended up getting this LaVine for 100,000 MT on the very same filter, literally like 5 minutes later. So somebody was probably up late night, opening packs, and maybe throwing up snipes. I have no idea how it happened, but ended up getting a LaVine for 100k, sold him for about 230k. Not too bad overnight. That was the one without the diamond contract, so you guys are going to see that clip on the screen, because I did actually end up getting another LaVine as well about half an hour later after that one, for 100k MT as well. This one actually had a diamond contract on it, and I ended up selling it for a little bit more at, I believe, like 240 or 50k. If I have the MT amount I ended up selling it for, I'll throw it up on the screen. You guys will see it. But definitely a successful night in sniping right there. 1 to 2 hours on the filter, very late at night, probably past midnight, and I ended up getting lucky, getting a few snipes and making some easy profit. Now boys, the last 2 snipes that we are going to include in this video right here, the first one is arguably my best snipe. Honestly, I think this is my best snipe because it's a card that I actually really wanted to snipe as well going into the weekend. So I'm going to throw up the clip on the screen. Some of you guys might have seen this. It was obviously in the video a couple of days ago, but I did end up getting myself a nice little Kevin Durant for 100,000 MT. And funny story about this one, I was literally on my phone. My heart dropped when I saw KD. I dropped my phone, tried to get it, got it with one hand, so not too bad right there. 100k for KD. Definitely got a little bit bailed on that, because usually when I have my phone in my hand and I see a snipe, I already know it's over with, and I already know I'm gonna end up missing it. But KD for 100k, definitely a huge snipe. I was gonna keep the card. I played with it for a little bit, spent a few hours in TTO and playing with it around, just trying to see if I was gonna end up keeping him or not. Decided I wasn't going to, so I sold him. I believe I got like 600k for him, so not bad at all. Again, a lot of MT. I just couldn't justify keeping that card, so it is what it is. Ended up selling him. Hopefully I snap him again, because if I do, I'll probably end up keeping him the third or the second time I actually end up sniping him. So definitely probably my best snipe, up there with the PG. You guys pick, let me know which one you think is better. And then of course, the last snipe for today's video, ended up getting myself a nice little Kobe Bryant for 100,000 MT. Shout out to the GOAT, man. RIP Mamba. Ended up getting Kobe though for 100,000. Ended up actually selling this card. I believe I got like 250 for it. Sold it kind of late at night. I mean, not that bad. I was just trying to hit a million MT, and it kind of helped me go towards that goal. So not too bad. Shout out to all those snipes. That's pretty much everything I've gotten over the past month. Obviously, I left out a few of the budget snipes I ended up getting, because I didn't want to make this video like 40 minutes long, but not too bad. We definitely take those. We move. Let me know what your favorite snipe was. Let me know what your best snipe of the month was as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So boys, real quick, I want to show you guys the filters that I was actually using in this video to get those snipes that I ended up getting. Obviously, that was over the past month. Some of these filters are not as, consistent anymore as they were. But the very first filter right here, Dark Matter Atlantic, you guys could obviously see KD on this filter. This is where I got KD. I was trying to target Porzingis. You could obviously, see Porzingis on here as well, and a lot of other cards. But ended up getting KD on this filter, and I ended up missing him on this filter. So definitely, if you're looking for KD, now is the time to actually get on this Dark Matter Atlantic filter. A very good filter. Nothing you should really avoid on this filter. Everything is still a snipe. Then of course, I also used another filter, and it was just the Dark Matter up to the cheapest. Whatever the cheapest Dark Matter on the auction house is, fine with the cheapest prices. It's usually around like 80 or 70,000 MT. Find what the cheapest is, put it like 5 to 10k lower than that, and then snipe anything that pops up. It is as simple as that. One of the simplest filters you could use, and if you're just off of 100k, this is probably not a bad filter to go ahead and use for yourself as well. Boys, another filter that I don't really recommend anymore, but I did end up using the Dark Matter Zero Gravity filter quite a lot in this video as well, because I ended up getting a ton of LaVines and then that Blake Griffin, like I said. So not a bad filter. Honestly, I wouldn't use it right now because the packs are out of the market, but when they were in here, it was definitely a very hot filter. That's what you usually want to do when you snipe. You want to target cards that are out in packs currently, because they pop up the most. So definitely a good filter, and it's going to work again this weekend no matter what type of packs they drop. So stay tuned for probably a filter video on Friday anyway. I'll show you guys what filters you should be using regardless. And then of course, the last filter I used last night to get Kobe, Dark Matter Western Conference, 500 MT minimum buyout. Spam the refresh. kind of two cards you want to stay away from on this filter, I would say. Obviously, don't buy Westbrook and don't buy Shaq. Those are the two cards that I kind of, you know, keep away from because they usually only go for like 120, 110K, somewhere around that range. You could probably stay away from Jokic as well because he's only like 120K. Right now, he's actually a little bit more expensive than he usually is, but use those filters to your advantage. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know if you guys are trying to see another one of these, you know, next month, because we could definitely do it every month. I feel like next month's going to be even better because I honestly didn't snipe that much this month. Still got a decent amount of snipes. Still got close to that 2 million mark in MT made. Can't go wrong with that. I will catch you guys in the next video though. Leave a like right now if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next video, man. Stay safe, stay blessed. Peace.